Failure is an amazing teacher. There's a well-known story of this very successful man, and a reporter asked him, "Sir, how is it that you always succeed?" And he said, "Right decisions." I said, "How do you make right decisions?" And he says, "Experience." He says, "How do you get so experienced?" He says, "Wrong decisions and failure." So do fail, and it's all right to fail. I truly believe the world changes by the smallest of ideas. For me, I don't need to believe in what I'm doing. I need to make you believe this is who I am. You have to know and learn that life is not just a checklist of acquisitions, attainments, and fulfillments. Your qualifications and CVs don't really matter. Instead, life is difficult and complicated and beyond anyone's control. The humility to know it will help you survive its vicissitudes. I want to let you all know how important your today is. Your now is. Study hard, work hard, play hard. Don't be bound by rules. Don't hurt anybody. Never grow up and never ever live somebody else's dream. Remember, however many times you go wrong, no matter how many times you fail, despair, feel like this world is against you, in the words of Bob Marley, at the end, everything's gonna be alright. And in my words, हिंदी फिल्मों की तरह लाइफ में अंत में सब कुछ ठीक ही जाता है, और अगर ठीक ना तो अंत नहीं, पिक्चर अभी बाकी है. So all you kids here, please take it as the only truth you need to know. In the end, everything will be alright. Take it and believe it, because the most, and this I say honestly, the most unlikely actor to make it in Bollywood is telling us.
When someone like Ranbir Kapoor says his competition isn't with just actors his generation, but he's also competing with Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, is that a competitive spirit you can relate to? Is your competition also younger actors like Ranbir, Imran?
No, I don't have any competition. I'd be very honest. And I don't say that with immodesty or self-centered pompousness. I don't have any competition. I've not come here to compete. I've come here to rule. And I believe that when I wake up in the morning. I don't want it to be a universal truth that I feel I'm the king, I'm the best. I'm not saying it with arrogance. This is what a simple lower class, middle class boy gets up in the morning, has dreams in his eyes when he comes to work, right? And says, you know what? I'm going to rule this. I'm going to rule it over the people who have existed here. In all goodness, all niceness. I don't have a father, I don't have a grandfather, I don't have a mother who can give me that extra push here in Mumbai. But I'm going to be a star who's self-made. And if I'm going to be self-made, I'm going to create a category for myself that does not exist before and will never exist after. Yeah, I work the dark. I work the dark until sunrise on most days and fall asleep as the world awakens to light. My friends call me an owl. I like to think of myself as Batman. If you aren't scared enough of failing, you're unlikely to succeed. It's not pleasant to fail, it's tough. All of us experience it. You will too, if you haven't already. So use it to succeed. And as my son sent a message, don't take no shit from anybody. Whatever happened to me happened because I've always been terrified of failure. I don't want as much to succeed as much as I don't want to fail. I come from a very normal, lower middle class family. I saw a lot of failure. My father was a beautiful man and the most successful failure in the world. At an early age after my parents died, I equated poverty with failure. I just didn't want to be poor. So when I got a chance to act in films, it wasn't out of any creative desire, I say this honestly. It was purely out of the fear of failure and poverty. Most of the films I signed were discards of better-known actors, and the producers could not find anyone else to do them. I did them all to make sure that I was working to avoid unemployment. Firstly, it's not the absence of failure that makes you success. It is your response to failure that actually helps to buffer the reverses that you experience. I personally have one response to failure: pragmatism. A recognition and belief that if one approach does not work, then the other will or might. Repeated failure has taught me to stop pretending I'm someone else. It's given me the clarity to stick to things that really matter to me instead of distracting me from my core. Failure also gets you to find who your real friends are. The true strength of your relationships only gets tested in the face of strong adversity. Overcoming some of my failures has made me discover that I have a strong will and more discipline than I suspected. It has helped me to have confidence in my ability to survive. You have to know and learn that life is not just a checklist of acquisitions, attainments, and fulfillments. And when you fail, you fail well enough to succeed the next time. Don't be afraid of being afraid. Be afraid of not facing your fears and failure.
ऐसी कहावत होती है कि जितनी चादर हो उतना पैर फैलाओ। तो मेरी माँ बोलती थी पाँव तो उतने ही रहेंगे जितने हैं, तो चादर को थोड़ा बड़ा करते रहो, पैरों को मत सुकड़ाओ। तो मेरी माँ ने ये सिखाया था मुझे।